Thank you so much, members. I'm glad to join you once again in this episode of discussing the ACMS, which is actually the Seventh Day Initiative method of managing the members that we have in the church. My name is Lawrence Otieno, and I'm one of the TOTs, actually a certified TOT in the Central Nyanza Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Central Nyanza Conference, by the time we are recording this video, has a total of over 57 districts and over 100 companies that are waiting to be certified as a church. So our conference actually has come up with a way to monitor how the church clerks are actually using the ACMS, and this one has actually helped our conference to know the areas of the weaknesses, to know the areas of the strength where we need to improve on. And as you can see, all those 50 over 57 districts that we have in our Central Nyanza conference, each and every district actually have been given what we call the district TOT. As you can see, I have my shirt here, which is actually designed for that specific work. We also have a certificate for all of us that we were given by our president and our executive secretary. It's a very nice one, recognizing us for the special duties that we have been tasked to do as the district TOTs of the Central Nyanza Conference. If your conference have not initiated that, then we give you a challenge that you may come up with such a thing to help you undergo trainings for you to know what to teach the members who have been elected, areas that you need to teach them what they need to know, so that together they may be equipped well for the purpose of being a church clerk of that specific church. Secondly, we as the TOTs, we have been tasked by ensuring that at least we know what is written in our guidebook. That is the church policy. Because whenever we are going to teach our church clerks, before teaching them what they are supposed to do, we are supposed to actually teach them what is contained in our policy book, because they are the policy interpreters in their local churches. They have, or they ought to know, what are they supposed to interpret. So we as the TOTs who have been given these duties to do, we actually teach our local church clerks the importance of knowing the matters contained in our Seventh-day Adventist Church manual. And next to that, we have a level of administration. In this our work of being TOTs, we have what we call the district TOTs. Actually, district TOTs, we report to our station TOT, and our station TOT report to our conference coordinator and also the conference executive secretary. So we receive orders from above, we implement it going down until we reach the local church clerk. So that one has really helped us a lot to ensure that we actually achieve some of the goals that we have achieved so far in the Central Nyanza Conference. We are proud of you, our leaders. We are proud of you, our station TOTs. We are so much proud of you, our Central Nyanza Conference coordinator, who is Elder Mark Otieno, and our executive secretary, who is Pastor Nelson Olum. God bless you all in the work that you are doing. And also at the district level, I also want to thank our district TOTs wherever they are. God bless you in the work that you do. Now back to our lesson. What actually is the ACMS? At one time or another, you might have heard your church clerk in your local church speaking about this ACMS thing, and maybe you fail to understand what actually is ACMS. We are told that ACMS is an Adventist church management system, is an administrative web-based system that is actually used by the church secretariat to facilitate the management and control of the church members. It is a web-based, meaning it works online, that the church clerk actually have been given to do what? To manage to facilitate the secretarial duties in a way of managing and controlling of church members. This system also allows the responsible the church clerk to take action on the inclusion of the members, the removal of members, the transfer of the members, the notification, the census of the members, and the church leadership, and all sorts of reports that a church clerk needs to have. Remember, in our last video we talked about several duties of a church clerk. So those duties have been joined together and put into this system to actually help the church clerk to do them efficiently and effectively and timely. So when a church clerk has actually been trained on the ACMS, you find that your work is so much smooth and your work is so much easy. What is the mission? Because anything that is started has to have a mission. What, therefore, is the mission of the SDA Church having the ACMS? What do we intend to achieve? We find that the mission of having the ACMS system is to develop, number one, to implement, number two, and to support an effective Adventist church management software system that actually empowers local churches and enhances membership ministries. That is a wise thing to do. That after developing this web-based, we actually want to know how to manage our members electronically. That a person sitting in Kenya can actually have a membership of a person sitting as far as Russia or Australia or whichever part of the world that you are in. When you are logged in into the system, you can actually see where that member is if their names have been entered into the ACMS. And the most important thing is that it enhances the membership ministries. I've talked about managing over 500 members that our churches have. You find that other churches have more than 2,000 members, and you as a clerk, if you start doing manual work of all these members, it becomes so much tiresome and it becomes so much hard. So when you employ the ACMS, the work becomes so much easy to manage all these people. What are the vision of the ACMS? We have a vision as a team to enable local churches to serve members more efficiently, and actually also to help the leaders plan more strategically. Planning is one of the best things that a church leader should have. If you are a leader without plan, then you are leading a dead church. So actually, when you have the correct membership in the church that have been actually managed by this ACMS, you find that you can actually plan what do you want to achieve as a local church, because you will be giving targets according to the members that you have. So if these members are not managed correctly, then planning becomes so hard. We are told that as a secretariat, we believe in working to fulfill the mission of the Adventist Church, and that is to call and to prepare people for the second coming of Jesus Christ, as is written in the three angels' message in the book of Revelation, chapter 14. Having seen that, what actually do we get? What benefit do we get from having the ACMS? Before a church clerk can actually use this ACMS, number one, you have to be an elected church member of that local church. Number two, that church has to submit your name to the conference where you are, so that the executive secretary of that particular conference can actually set you up as an official church clerk that is given access to ACMS of that particular church. These codes are specific to each and every church. Church A cannot open Church B. Church C cannot open church this. So each and every specific church has got their own password that the elected church clerk is only one who is allowed to have, because they are the managers of that system. So the conference secretary will actually begin the process to set up a user account for that local church. Then after that, the user can use the password and the username that they have been given by the executive secretary to actually log in the system and interact with it how they may need, or whatever they may want to do. So if you have logged into the system, it will require that you input your username and you input your password, and once you have put the credential, you just sign in, and the system will open up. After the system has opened up, what you will actually see there are around 6 tools, uh, user tools, that the system developers have actually activated for your use. You will see your name as the official church clerk of that church. Number two, you will see a button concerning the home, a button concerning the member, a button concerning the church, a button concerning the department, a button concerning the tools, a button concerning the auditing, a button concerning the report, and etc. and etc. In that welcoming homepage, you also have a short note or a welcoming notice from the books, the Spirit of Prophecy books that are actually derived from the Ellen G. White Publishing. Each and every time you log in, they will be giving you a greeting from a certain page of a certain book from Ellen G. White books. Another thing that you as the user will be seeing in the home page is actually the total number of members that you have in the church. In this case, the total active members. We have the non-active members, we have the active members of the church. So what the page will give you are the total active members of that church. Whenever a person is being baptized, you actually activate them. Either they are active or non-active, whether they are elderly, homebound, or they attend another church. So if you are a keen church clerk, always activate your members for them to appear as the total membership in the homepage when you log in. Another thing also that you will see there, you will see how many members actually you have added throughout the year, through baptism, through transfers, profession of faith, etc. etc. You will also see the pending number of people that you are supposed to act upon. How many members are waiting for you to approve to go out? How many members are waiting for you to approve to come in? And then lastly, you will be seeing on a page which district you come from, and then which church you are actually logged in. Sometimes you may be logged in a wrong church. So as a church clerk, ensure that you have the correct credentials. Your church has been listed as the correct church that you want to work on. On the second tab of the home page is the a tab which is called the member. The member tab has a lot of functions, and that is why it is called the ACMS, Adventist Church Management System. You have to manage these members, and if you have logged in, you go to the member tab. It will give you a lot of functions there that you need to know as a church clerk. What am I supposed to do as a member? The first is the home page we have talked about. The second one is a membership. What actually do we have in this membership? The membership page contains around 4 sections where we have, you can search a member, you can update a member, you can transfer a member, you can actually see the missing members wherever they are. It has been designed to manage members at the local church, and all the primary member functions can be found in the member menu. A new member, there is a process in which you can add a new member. After baptism, or which kind of addition you want to do, that tab of membership will actually give it to you. You also have under the membership where you can search the name of maybe a member when they are in another church. You want to know which church they were in, So you can actually put the name of that member in that tab. They search the name of the church, and then you find that that particular member actually is in church C. You can do so many things in that membership. You can do also the church transfer. When a member wants to transfer their name, it is in the members tab where you go to, and then the guide will guide you on how to do the transfer of name. You can actually also in the membership tab, you can actually search for the absent member, the missing member. It is that tab that you can put them. If you have a register of 500 people, you have done the head count of, and you found 230. Where are the 270 people going to? So you, after the church board and the church business minutes, you can list those members as missing. And when you go to the member tab, you will see the names, all the names of the missing members there listed down. And another thing that we can find and under membership is actually how to add new members in the system. I've talked about after baptism. How do you add members after baptism? When you go to the members tab, you will actually see how you can add them. We have two buttons there. We have the new, we have the, you just choose on anyone that we want to use, and then the system will guide you. It is a very smooth, it is very elaborate, it is very easy to use. Always remember that before you add these names, you actually have all the details with you, because there are a lot of things that are required there. Have the details with you, have the photo of that person you have to add with you, because the system will require all that. So ensure that you as a church clerk, you have all this information before actually you sit down to add the members' details in the ACMS. We have what we call the another tab that is the church. Actually, the church doesn't have so many functions. It has only the function to add the name of your church, the respective people to be contacted, the area in which your church is in. So a church clerk, you are supposed to go to that tab and edit all the valuable details that are required of you from the church, so that whoever is searching for that particular church can actually see and have the information at hand in what they want to see in your church. So if you're a church clerk and you have not done any editing under the church menu, we encourage you to go have the details with you and then fill on those boxes to make your ACMS records look good. Remember, one of the functions of the clerk is keeping records, and if you cannot keep a record for your church, then there is no point of you being in a church clerk. The last, we are talking about the transfer of members. When a member comes to you, they want to do a transfer. You as a church clerk, after logging in, go to membership, under transfer tab, insert the name of the church, find the church, insert the name of the member who wants transfer. If the name is in the list, include the name is sent. Wait for the responding church. If they accept the name on the other side, you come log in after taking the name through the church board and the church business. Accept the names, and the names will be automatically added into your church register without having to go to the maybe poster and all the rest. In that very few process, it should take more than 2 months. If we have serious church clerks within, then the name transfer should not take more than 3 good months. We are told that another important tab, which is tab number 4, is about the department tab. What is the function of this tab? This menu, menu bar, has got 4 sections. One, we have the church officers, the integrated report. We have the Sabbath school and the small groups report. In order to have this, just log in, go to departments, drop down the menu, and when you want to know which kind of church officers you have, you as a church clerk, you have the duty to actually feed them in. Who is the first elder? Who are other elders? Who is the church clerk? Who is the treasurer? The Sabbath school leader? The personal ministry leader? All the information you are supposed to record there, so that when you go to the reporting, you can actually just print the church leadership. Remember, when you are going to the church board, one of the important documents you should be having is the church officers list. You just print it out, you go to the church board, so that when members request who is the leader of IMAPA, you can actually refer and know which leader you have in that department. We have what is called the integrated report. Integrated report are actually reports based on the church counts. As a church clerk, you're supposed to count your members every second Sabbath and every seventh Sabbath. Every second Sabbath, that is lesson number 2 when you are discussing lesson number 2, and on the seventh Sabbath when you are discussing lesson number 7. How do we count and at what time do we count? In the second Sabbath, in the seventh Sabbath, we need 2 reports here. One is the Sabbath school report and the main service report. The Sabbath school, when the Sabbath school ends after lesson, you actually get those reports from the Sabbath school secretaries. You pick up the total report and record into the ACMS under integrated report. You wait for the seventh Sabbath. You do the same. You count the people as at the end of the lesson study. You record, you count the people. By the time the preacher is finishing the preaching services, you again count the people. At the end of the day, you log into the system, integrated report, and actually put the values there, save and submit. The second Sabbath report you don't submit. You actually save without submitting, and remember to submit them during the seventh Sabbath count. What actually happens is that when you fail, when you actually uh, save and submit in the second Sabbath, you will actually not be able to submit the seventh Sabbath report, because the system will close you up and you won't have anywhere where you can record the seventh Sabbath report. We are going in our last tab, and the last tab there is what we call the reports. A church clerk, you have several reports that you can actually download. When your input have been well, from menu number 1 to menu number 5. In the menu number 6 where we have reporting, if your input have been well, then when you click on the report menu, you will actually see a lot of reports there that you can generate concerning the church membership, concerning the church leadership, concerning each and every member, concerning the baptism report, concerning whatever kind of report that the conference might need from you. If your input is correct, then the ACMS is able to generate such kind of report for you. It is a very easy report. It is a very simple way to manage the church, and most of the statistical analysis report, it helped the church pastor or the church the church board to actually manage the church in a simple way by ensuring that they have what it takes to be, and what it takes to have the whole of that church. Now that you have learned some of the very basics of the program, we actually encourage you as our learners to go ahead and explore this system. Explore the system in terms that you log in because you have the correct credential as the church clerk. Work with your district duties. Where you don't understand, give them a call. They will be able to assist you to do whatever thing you want to do. And actually, after knowing I believe that you as a clerk, you have your secretary, you have your assistant. To be a selfish clerk that does not incorporate their assistant in their duties. Always you work as one team. Whatever you do, ensure that your assistant actually also is there with you, so that in the process of you learning, your assistant also learns, so that at one day, one time, when you shall be moved from that department, your assistant actually can pick up with ease and continue the good work that you are going to do. Mentor the new clerk in your local church and the neighboring churches if you can. Call for seminars and also involve a lot of consultation. Do not attempt to do what you don't understand, because one simple mistake you do from the local church is being seen up to the general conference, because we have a serial level of reporting. If I do a mistake in my local church, that is reported to my conference. The conference reports to the union. The union actually reports to the division, which actually is a sub office of the general conference. So ensure that you only do what you understand. What you don't understand, you consult. And where do you consult? You consult your district UT. You can consult your station UT. You can consult your conference UT, or you can consult your church pastor. You can consult your executive secretary, who will be actually be glad to help you in daily day-to-day affairs of managing the church membership in our local church. In our next video, I will be showing you step by step on what to do at what particular time. If you are adding a member, how are you supposed to undertake it in the ACMS? If you are removing a member, if you are censoring a member, if you are disciplining a member, how are you actually supposed to take those things one by one in the church management system? Keep it posted here, my dear clerks, and I want to welcome you that you should always be ready to learn new things as they come in. Be always available for the seminars when they are called. Avail yourself so that you can actually fully equip yourself with the current affairs of the local church management. May God bless you. We trust that you are going to do your best. We encourage you to do your best always. God bless each and every one of you. Amen.